Welcome to my place.
This is great.
The Casa Noble barrel house. This is where
it all happens.
The really interesting stuff happens. This building was built specifically to hold this type of barrels. They get their moisture from the bottom, from the floor. We have to put water 2-3 times a day, and these are our proven performers. We're using French white oak, new French white oak barrels. That means no other type of liquid or alcohol has ever been there before. Our barrels have a light char. They're new barrels. We're still taming them.
So that light char means we're going to pick up some wood flavors, not just the char. We're going to pick up some of that wonderful French oak.
Well, you're gonna taste the true essence of white oak, which is extremely aromatic. The flavor and the aroma structure, it's a bit, not a bit, a lot different than most of the tequilas or aged tequilas that you've tasted before. Do this. Use one finger to scrape some of this thing on it. Just smell it. Smell your finger.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Wow. The most important feature of these barrels is the high concentration of a tannin called vanillina. And that aroma, it's exactly where you're gonna get when you open one of our bottles of aged product.
That's that first aroma. That's right when you open, that first aroma of that, like that vanilla. And it's like that you smell and you go, I've smelled that many, many times.
1, 2, 3. This is the top of Time Soul barrels. All of them are light to medium char. So it's pretty different from the rest of the industry uses with the Jack Daniels heavy char barrel.
For sure, because they're going after that heavy charred flavor. You're going after the wood flavor.
Blending for us, it's an art form. We just don't deal with different barrel sizes. We deal with also different manufacturers, which are going to give us slightly different characters in tequila.
What are you doing? How many times are you going to use your barrel?
We don't know yet.
Because you just got them. And you don't know what you're going to do with them.
What we're doing now, we're understanding how each barrel type and size works. How we do it? Let me show you something.
This is still the lab.
Let me show you something. I've bragged about this many times, but you have to see this, because that's the only way you're going to understand how my job sometimes stresses me out. We go inside different types of barrels every 6 weeks, and we keep track of every single thing that's
the changes,
maturing,
everything.
Evolution, flavor notes, aromas, intensities, depth, definition, everything, it's here on each bottle. These are our witnesses. Our witnesses, it's exactly how we did the last batch. So we know exactly where we have to go for the next batch. Yeah, the reference, it's here. It's in a bottle.
Is this done microscopically, or are you doing it just through flavor?
We do it with with the most reliable instruments that we have.
Yeah, exactly.
It's right here.
And consistent. Is there more than one person doing it, or are you doing it, or do you have someone who actually?
Oh, we have a panel. We have a panel.
Right.
Because
and then you take an average of the panel.
Not an average. You have to understand how a tasting panel works. We all have different levels of sensitivities in our mouths when it comes to sweets.
One person more bitter, one person's sweeter.
So if I'm extremely sensible to bitterness, I'm going to be able to trace or find some minor flaws that may be traceable by some other people. So if you combine all that information with your tasting panel, then you will know what to do. You know what? I think that we're trying to put a very special value in craftsmanship in order for people to understand why craftsmanship, artistry.
Key word, craftsmanship.
Artistry, it's involved in good tequila making. You can't leave the human aspect out of it. No. The human element, it's important. And it's in your senses, it's in your blood, it's in your mood.
That's exactly it.
So we try to reflect that in every single batch that we produce. having such a special barrel stock, we can go into every single one of these barrels and have a different product on its own. And you know, we have clients, we have customers that love that. That's a very special thing in Casa Noble, being the first label ever to have a true single barrel program certified with the CRT.
Basically a whole nother level, and it's such a unique product.
Collectors market. It's especially excited about this feature because.
You mean I shouldn't have opened my single barrel I had?
Yes. Why not?
Well, I'm supposed to drink it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can just keep it. When it comes to.
I'll collect it right here.
Do you remember when you rubbed your finger against the new barrels?
Oh yeah.
You sit. Can you see what I was talking about?
This is just insane, wonderful wood oak flavors. Oh,
Not
and the
traditional.
vanilla.
Not traditional.
The full vanilla flavor from that wood. That's
But also, I admire French white oak for bringing, this like almost unknown side of roasted agave, that it's usually hidden behind or beneath the layers of oak or of burnt sugar. And when you use a light char like we do, then the agave has no trouble reaching the
No, it
top.
reaches right to the top. Exactly, sure enough.
And you can smell it just right down here at the bottom or way up here.
I mean, I just want to keep smelling. I mean, the taste is so wonderful, but the aromas.
And, I'm a big fan of Blancos, but this añejo has given me so much pleasure. Taught me so many things about.
There's so much agave in it. This is an añejo.
Because a lot of the old school añejos have, because of the barrels, because of the wood, they leave a bitter note, on a bitter feeling on the sides of your tongue. And the Taranzol barrels don't have that. They give you a lot in terms of flavor and aroma.
But it's balanced. It's a very balanced añejo. Gosh, I start sounding like an aficionado.
I think it's, well, you said the word. Teaching aficionados how to really break down añejo tequilas becomes a lot easier when you use a tequila like Casa Noble añejo. Wouldn't you agree?
Totally. I would totally agree. Well, David, thanks so much.
Well, Mark, thanks for being here at home. Finally.
I know. It's like I've always said, my home is your home now.
Well,
I feel like I'm at home in your home.
We're reciprocating.
Yeah.
So,
salud.
On the next episode of the Tequila Traveler, we go in search of La Tequila Tradicional with Guillermo Souza of La Destilería La Fortaleza.
Since I was a small boy, I knew I was going to make the best tequila that there was ever made, because I'm making it the way my tatarabuelo made it, my great-great-grandfather. And very few people get this opportunity to walk in the footsteps of their abuelo, bisabuelo, and tatarabuelo.
Very, very specialized area, which picks up, much like an agave, it picks up the traits of the grounds and the mineral and the waters and everything up into the tree, into the barrel, agave, minerals up into the agave, into the tequila. There you go. That's awesome. You want a piece of me? You gotta come to tequila.